All right. Finally, it's time. Picks and predictions, Penn State, Michigan, and who knows, Greg Pickle might have some other picks as well. It's must-see stuff. Stick around. It's going to get really interesting in the next couple of minutes. Greg, Penn State, Michigan, what's the line? 8, 7.5?
It keeps going. It's been up to 8. I wonder if it'll get to 8.5, then get bought back down to 7. I could see this one bouncing around a bit. Total's near 50, I believe.
Yeah, that sounds about right. If you look at the last 3 games, 42-7 last year, 42-13 at Beaver Stadium in 2017, 49-10, in Ann Arbor in 2016, a watershed game for Penn State. That really, that was a big moment for them, the way they responded, because it looked like the sky was falling. It wasn't. They won the Big Ten title. I got to stop talking this fast. I'm going to slow it down. Greg, we're going to say it's 7.5, just for the heck of it. I can't wait to hear your pick and what you think maybe are going to be some of the keys.
Yeah, so you point out that was a big week in 2016 for the Penn State program. We also talked earlier that Iowa and the way Penn State handled that entire week, that road trip, the in-game adversity, that's, I think, a moment that can be looked at as on the same level potentially. So to me, I think this Penn State team took a huge step forward at Iowa. Was it the prettiest win? No. Did they win the way they usually do? No. And sometimes you're going to have to do that. This week strikes me as a week that might be more closely aligned with how they want to win games. Maybe not exactly how they tend to do it, but I just think Penn State has too many matchup advantages in this game for it to be close at the end. I have it Penn State 27, Michigan 14. I just don't see enough offense from Michigan to keep this a contest for all 4 quarters. Conversely, I've picked Penn State a little bit higher on the scoring total some weeks, and until we see Sean Clifford slow down early on and get this offense rolling consistently against good teams in the first half, it's going to be tough to pick those big scoring margins. It won't shock me if Penn State puts up 45 or 50, 27-14 though in the end.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you, almost exactly with the same score. 27-10, Penn State. I think Penn State's speed and depth on defense. I know that Michigan's got a pretty good defense. I think that's going to be a factor. The emergence of Windsor and PJ Mustipher inside to go with Shaka Toney and Etor outside. Robert Windsor was a wild man in Iowa City. He absolutely took over that game. He is a big dude. PJ Mustipher also had a huge play with the tackle for loss and the fumble, forced fumble.
Yep. 2
big plays in the game. It bodes very well for Penn State's defense that these 2 guys are now in sync almost with what's going on the outside. This is a good defense. I think they're going to continue to be a good defense. The environment's only going to help them. Only allowed 1 rushing touchdown all year, 3 points in the first quarter. I'm with you. Clifford's got to calm down. I think eventually he will. I'm not sure if it's going to be hard to not be excited about this game. And I just think maybe the one thing that puts Penn State over the top is if Blake Gillikin is going to perform the way that he performed against Iowa when he was a standout Big Ten Special Teams Player of the Week, if they can control field position with Jordan Stout and Gillikin and force Michigan to go 90 yards on almost every possession, it's a wrap. It's just not going to happen. Penn State's been good at protecting the football. Too many things are trending in Penn State's favor for me to see Michigan rising up and coming up with a plan where they can score 24 to 28 points and possibly beat Penn State. I just think they're a little bit too one-dimensional. And I think that, when you saw their struggle on offense against Army and Iowa and Wisconsin, I think it bodes very well for Penn State at home. I think they're going to be in control of this game, Greg. And I'll be real interested to see, if they can win this game, just kind of if they can keep momentum going, because the third team they're going to have to face if they would win this would be at Michigan State, and that's been a problem for them. 27-10, I call it. You say 27-14.
Yep.
Sounds good to me. Hopefully we're both going to hit the under. I think we were pretty good last week.
Yeah.
You saw a lot of points, but we both kind of felt like Nate Stanley couldn't beat Penn State. He couldn't. I'm not sure that Michigan's offense can do it either.